So my partner Raquel and I have had kind of a thing going on recently, and it's still pretty old, but that's real. And what's powerful, my name is Janusz and I am not ready to start this vlog. My name is Janusz and I teach meditation. I do that because I believe that I and other people can be really deeply free, fulfilled, and creative, and really authentic. And I think that that's really important to feel like I have a place in the world and to help other people. Helping other people is central in the way that I relate to the world. One of the things I teach people is to feel the experience of the fear coming and the confusion, etc., and move forward. I've been thinking about creating this video channel forever, and all the videos and writing and planning, etc., and working with producers and different people, and there keeps being one layer of something that is in front, and it's enough. I'm starting today and we're recording. We're hitting record on my life and what's going on, and I want you to be here for it. I'm bringing us into these moments of my life and my life with my partner and Raquel's life in order to show that this is happening now. Meditation is not some sort of snack pack that I put on the shelf and have a little taste of now and then. The goal is to infuse every aspect of my experience of reality with the meditative process. And so each experience of seeing or hearing or feeling is telling my body-mind to wake up. And that's 3D. It comes in every direction, and it means that even pain or difficulty is an opportunity to wake up. If I reject that part of myself, the part that's messy and difficult and challenging and I need help and I need to ask people for support, I'm rejecting half of my reality. If you can find me a person who has meditated so deeply that they're free of all of their troubles, all of their worries, all of the difficulties in their life, I will show you a liar, because it's not real. And anyone who still holds that is holding that little kernel of a myth that there's parts of themselves that shouldn't exist. So that's why this exists. That's why I really think this is important to do, even though I don't feel like I have everything set in place. We're starting today on day one because now is the time. This is also a time when I'm having some difficulty with my partner. If you don't know my partner, her name is Raquel. She's the most important person in my life, and my life would be a completely different thing without our relationship. And right now, it's a little rough. We teach people about how to work through difficulties in their relationship and difficulties in their life. And what it's hard for people to understand is that we go through this too. And a relationship is built out of rupture and repair. And without that understanding that things rupture and repair all the time, it makes a relationship not possible to even exist. I'll tell you what's going on and we'll see what happens. And it might not be a clean resolution. It might not be something easy at the end that resolves by the end of this one video or 10 videos, but I want you to be there to see my life, to see the way it unfolds. And I'm not gonna get into details, because if we get into details, then immediately the mind starts going, well, I agree with this detail or that detail. We're just gonna say that there has been a rupture. There's a little bit of detail. Raquel's asked me to do something and it feels like a lot to me. I don't actually think it's that unreasonable, but for whatever reason, it's blowing up all this stuff inside myself, and it feels like, it will be more work. And I am sort of like, I don't know. It's hard to imagine implementing this in my life in a way that doesn't feel really restrictive, but she's asked for it and said she needs it. So we're going back and forth and saying, well, what about this? And how about this arrangement and this thing? But it's tense and it's hard. And this morning I had to leave and she was meditating, so we didn't have a time for any sort of real repair. And so it's still pretty right now. I don't know what to do, so Raquel's at a coffee shop. I'm just gonna go see her. I'm bringing these flowers to Raquel. I'm not even sure if I did anything wrong. I'm sure I probably did, but it's more that I know we're in a partnership, so some kind of repair is often helped by a little bit of Little flower. Okay, wrong coffee shop. I don't know if I know where the hell Raquel is. Take two, she was in the garden. Talk to them.
So Janusz and I were talking about what we want the main message of this video to be, and as we were talking about it, I thought part of it is just like sharing the realness. Like, being in love doesn't always feel amazing. Sometimes being in love means like he's driving the living shit out of me and I totally don't feel like my needs are met. And then we get to talk about that. Part of the work that we do of making our bond the object of meditation is like sati means remembering, and so sometimes it's like remembering and continuously coming back to how important the bond is. So even if the feelings of love aren't in my body, I'm still taking the actions of love, caring for that bond by asking for what I need and trying to do it from a place of kindness and not anger. Yeah, but that's real love.
And something else that I feel like is important, especially for this, is just doing it, like jumping right in. I'm not ready to be the perfect person, but I can try over and over again. And I can try to make this relationship work over and over again. And that's really, for me, what's worked.
And I also want to say I've totally been in relationships where I was the only one with that commitment. So I don't want you to get the sense that, like, just be committed no matter what. One of the hallmarks to me is that we're both committed to that work.
And hey, that's a great segue, which is that I want this vlog to really be about us, like us and us together, because I'm doing this because I want to share my life and I want to share our life with you, and I want you to share your life with us. So to ask questions, respond, connect with us. This is real. This is not a pretend world. We do have edits, but you know, in the end, it's just reality. So it's exciting.
We're leaving now?
Bye. It's actually learning to experience every instance of our sense